Hello, my name's Leah. I'm going to be going over a few studies that I did last weekend with limited palettes as well as limited time. I don't usually do voiceovers, so just bear with me. So for this first study, I'm using Ivory Black, Winsor Yellow, and Cad Red Deep Hue. So I usually like to start all my studies off. Oh, they're all 30 minutes, by the way. Well, the first three are 30 minutes, and the last one gets a little bit longer, but I'll get into that. Anyways, so I like to start all my paintings by just using mineral odorless spirits, and just like a pretty neutral shade. In this case, all I really did was just the red. Usually, I like to do a red or an orange because I feel like it kind of is fun to have that popping out in the background. But then I like to go in, with kind of a darker color and just get the general shape of whatever picture I'm painting. In this case, I'm painting my friend Adrian on the left there. I took this picture at one of his shows. He's in a band called Trees with Eyes, really amazing band. So yeah, I'm just kind of going through and starting with the darks and working my way up from there, slowly. It's definitely hard because I'm not using any white, which is kind of like a shock. Usually, you're always using white. It's weird not to. But to be completely honest with you, I didn't have any white in my studio. Well, I did have white, but not a lot of it. And I was like, you know what? I have so much paint. But I feel like I need white for it. But you don't need white for every paint. You just don't. Like, you just need a light color, and it's just the contrast compared to the other colors. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just painting along here, doing my little thing, just kind of finding all the colors and whatnot that I want. I'm trying to stay pretty loose. Obviously, like, it's limited time, so I'm just trying to find the shapes, put the colors in there. It's pretty basic right now, but kind of as I'll go, I'll add some of the lighter pieces in there, as well as more texture and more paint. Kind of to create some like reflected light, almost to add some white in there, if that makes any sense. Kind of even with that big glob of red I put on his face, you can kind of see a little glimmer of white on there because of the reflected light, and that almost adds a highlight without having any of that white. But yeah, you can see there too with those almost like super chroma yellows that I'm putting on the guitar as well. But yeah, this one is, I think, one of my favorites out of all of these ones that I did. It's really fun, and like the colors are just so fun and just really interesting, and I had a blast with it. So I'm kind of finishing up here. I got like 6 minutes left, just kind of going in, putting the last highlights in, and kind of finishing up that background, kind of make it kind of fun. Let's see, what else? Going in, I really like to kind of towards the end of my paintings just glob the paint on there, because it's just, texture's just so fun to me, and I just love the way it looks, so it's so fun. I got like a minute left, kind of putting some darker areas around him in certain places just to kind of accentuate certain parts and hide others. So that was the end of it there. I didn't leave time for my signature, but I was like, it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, there's my little signature, and there it all is, all finished. That's 30 minutes with just the Ivory Black, the Cad Deep Hue Red, and the Winsor Yellow. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks really nice, and I'm pretty proud of it for 30 minutes, It's a pretty small little one, but okay, so now for the next one. Cad Red Deep Hue, Winsor Yellow, and then French Ultramarine. So same deal here, 30 minutes, but I'm just adding, I got some blue now, I'm still using the red, still using the yellow, just got rid of the black and put some blue in there. Same kind of thing, I'm getting some orange red kind of happening with the I can't say that word for some reason, I'm so sorry. Anyways, now I'm outlining it with the darker, probably the French ultramarine. And yeah, just kind of going through, outlining it all, finding all my shapes and things. I'll probably start going in with some others. I always like to start darker and then work up. I feel like that's kind of how oil painting usually works. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep working here with this one. I don't have much to say about this one, honestly. This one was really, really hard to do without the white. Just because of the fact that, like, if you look at the reference that I'm using for this one is a picture of my shoes in, like, a stained glass. Like, it's, like, reflecting in the stained glass. You can see it there on the left. And I really like the picture. It's really cool, and I've been meaning to paint it. I took it a long time ago. But, you know, you can see my shoes, and, like, there's so much white in that picture. So it's so hard. It was so difficult to paint it because my white in this case is yellow, so I kind of have to, like, substitute that. But it felt like there was a lot of white, and I don't know. It was hard because everything felt so, like, chroma, because I couldn't put white in there to, like, settle some of the colors down. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Now I'm doing the green. Doing the green in the middle there. There's a lot of green in the middle there. But you'll see once I kind of start getting to the shoes that it's just like, it's so hard to, like, give the impression that the picture's giving, and with the yellow, because it needs to be white there. But you'll see there at the end of it, it looks like the picture. Not saying that it doesn't, and not saying that it even needs to look like the picture. I just want to have the impression that the picture's giving me. But yeah, so we're at like 6 minutes now. 6 minutes through, just kind of getting, you know, those highlights, trying to kind of show the white, the lightness in those shoes. Don't know how well I'm doing, but I'm really am trying my best here. About a minute and a half left. And I did think, sorry, I just burped, excuse me. And I did think it'd be fun to kind of show although I'm done now, I'm doing my little signature there, but I thought it would be fun to kind of show my palettes and all of these. Not that I'm really talking about it a whole lot, but just to kind of show me mixing and stuff, although it's not a whole lot, but yeah, so there's the finished piece. I really do like how it turned, well, yeah, I like how it turned out, you know, I'm not gonna dump it, but I do think it's kind of just a lot of colors, a lot of vibrant colors, and I think if some of those colors would dull down a little bit, it'd be a lot more fun. But I think I did the best with what I could, and you know, that's kind of what the limited palette makes you do. So okay, this next one, Cad yellow light, Cad red deep hue, and Cerulean blue. I think I said that right. Again, we're doing 30 minutes, and again, just starting with that wash of orange red kind of on the panel. I'm painting all of these on just a masonite panel and then just with gesso on them. So what I'm painting here in this one is a sunflower. I've noticed recently that I've really enjoyed doing plants. I really enjoy painting plants. It's so fun. And I took this picture of the sunflower when I was in California, I think in September maybe. And I did a painting of some of these sunflowers a little while back, but I thought I'd bring this one out. It's kind of a nice frontal view of the sunflower. And let me tell you, these sunflowers were huge. They were so cool. Anyways, but you'll see this one. I really like this one. I like all of these, but you know, I really like this one because of I love the Cerulean blue. I love, like, just that blue is so pretty to me, and I really like to layer it on this one. So that's really fun to me, I think. And I think it's really interesting in some of these paintings too to watch, like on the video, how on the palette the colors look one way, and then I put it on the painting and they look another way, just because of, you know, the contrast of what other colors are already on the painting and how they affect each other. I think it's really interesting, and that's another reason why I like to make the videos and look back at them, because I even learned just watching myself paint. So that's really cool, and I hope others enjoy it as well. So yeah, now I'm kind of going in, doing all those little petals on the outside of them, trying to just get a whole lot of paint on the painting. Treat paint like dirt. That's what we say. Yeah, and just lots of paint on there, lots of yellow. I'm starting with more of a dull. It might even look light right now, but it's still pretty dull, and then I'll work myself up to just using the cad yellow light on there as the highlights, and it really makes it pop when you do it like that. So now I'm kind of going in the middle, adding, and the chroma as well. You know, you get up to those highlights and you want to use the most chroma that you can get. See, if you look at that green on the palette and then you take it over here, it looks a little different. It's interesting. But you can see here too how much that green is doing to the paint. It's really bringing those leaves out, I feel. And yeah, I think it's kind of fun. And then just really sculpting the paint on there. Those last couple brush strokes, I really like to get in there and kind of sculpt things out and really play with the texture. It's almost turns into a sculpture at that point, and it's kind of fun in that way. So there's me going in with that cad yellow on there. I'm just doing those little bits of cad. It's kind of pretty, kind of fun. Yeah. It's so fun to just watch the painting develop over time. And I think I'm getting close because I don't think I used the whole 30 minutes on this one. You can just see the amount of paint that I'm using, you know, to really show that how it's coming out. And here are the last couple brush strokes with the blue as well, which I really love with this painting because I think it's really makes it kind of fun, and the texture just does something to the paint. It's quite fun. So yeah, so it looks like I have like 8 minutes left, so I didn't quite use the full time on this one. There's my little signature there, and there's the finished piece. I really, really enjoy this one. This one's so fun, and I love the way that red wash at the beginning is sticking out, and it that contrast of the red and the green I think is really interesting, and I think it's fun to look at for my eyes at least, and I kind of like that. So yeah. We'll be going on to this next one now, which I'll have 5 colors in. And that will be Cad Yellow Pale Hue, Cad Red Deep Hue, French Ultramarine, Burnt Umber, Titanium White. Whoa, that was so fast. Okay, so yeah, now I'm using white in this one as well as 5 colors. And this one is a little bit bigger than the other ones. Not by much, but it's a little bit. I don't know the exact sizes of these, but you know, they're like the size of my hand probably, and then this one's just a little bit bigger than that. But this one, the reference for this is my boyfriend. I'm not sure when he took this picture, but he showed it to me a while back, and I was like, Tyler, I have to paint that picture. It's just such a fun picture, and the way the light is hitting him in the ground and the mattress, it's just, or the sleeping bag, whatever he's on, it's just so cool, and it looked like it was like a perfect kind of thing to paint. So yeah, same kind of process with this one, you know, the wash over it, and then I'm just starting with my darks and slowly working my way up. And yeah, and this one also the same way, you know, you look at that color there on the palette and then take it there. It looks so different, but I promise you it's the same, because it was tripping me out when I was editing it, but that's the same. It's just crazy how the different colors look different next to other colors, and just how that works. It's definitely interesting, a lot to learn there, I think. So yeah, just kind of going in, adding some lights on that. And that color too, like watch, that color looks so chroma there, and then it looks white there. Not white, but you know, like whiter. It's just interesting, I think. Going in with a little bit of a darker blue there, just to add a little bit of those shadows and whatnot. This one did end up taking me a little bit longer than the 30 minutes. I think like an hour and a half. But I think not only because it's my boyfriend and I really wanted to make it look good. I don't know. I really wanted to make it look like him. And as well because it's like a bigger one, and there's just a lot more, I think, going on maybe in this picture. And I just really wanted to capture him in the picture as well. So I'm kind of going in on those jeans, finding the light parts in those as well. About 13 minutes in now, I think I was like shitting my pants. I was like, oh no, I gotta go faster. But then I realized, you know, it's okay if I don't do it in 30. That's just like a good standard, especially because this one was a little bit bigger as well. And you know, I'm using 5 colors too, so there's so much more color mixing going on and thinking about colors and finding the right things and whatnot. So kind of finding that shadow next to him there. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, so my paintbrush also broke in the middle of it, so I was trying to fix that, get that all fixed, so I could keep going. So, and then so you can see there, if you look at my phone, I restarted the timer just to see. 30 minutes was up, and I restarted the timer to see just how long it would take. So it's looking pretty muddy right now. Not muddy necessarily, but just like kind of crazy wacky. I feel like I was definitely like struggling for a bit, just trying to find the right colors and the right way to capture that up there, because I was definitely just getting frustrated and I just kept painting over things and making things muddy and just like getting all crazy. But it slowly, I also kind of lost some footage in here, so it does kind of skip around, but it slowly kind of starts to find himself here, and it's getting kind of closer. You can see the head starting to kind of look maybe more correct, and there she is. So yeah, another 55 minutes, so yeah, like an hour and a half that it took. And there's that one all finished, and I really love how that one turned out. It was so fun just finding the lights in that one. And yeah, so here's all the paintings all together. It was so fun to do, and I learned just so much about light and color, and I definitely recommend this to artists to use limited palettes, use limited time. It makes you paint more, it makes you better. Yeah, I just had a blast. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching and putting up with me doing a voiceover. So thanks so much. Bye.